Hey guys, it's Clayton. I know it's been a minute since I've made a video, but I just real quick at the beginning of the video wanted to thank everybody for all the support I've gotten on this channel. I really was not expecting the views on any of my Ethan Klein videos that I posted, that I actually got. So yeah, just thank you guys for actually watching, and thank you for the comments. I like seeing what everybody thinks about that, and seeing everybody's opinion is very helpful and informational, and just thank you guys. But so I'm here today because I wanted to talk about something else that is a little bit political, but I think it's very hypocritical. So first, like, let's background on this. So I'm sure, as most people know, a lot of conservatives, a lot of people on the right, say that the left is trying to push their agenda onto kids. A lot of examples of that being with Disney showing like LGBTQ plus characters and doing other things like that, just promoting inclusivity. And so the right tends to say that this is just them trying to push their agenda onto children. So I pulled up an example of that here. This is from Fox News, of them talking about Disney. And yeah, we'll just watch this and see what they say.
Now, Disney is taking a stand against the parental rights bill just signed into law by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. And journalist Christopher Rufo has now posted videos of the meeting that executives had with employees about it, where an executive producer...
So they're talking about the Don't Say Gay bill, which that's a whole nother video in itself. But basically, to really summarize that, this bill just is very hurtful to that community, to young people in that community, because it requires schools to not only not teach about anything that is related to LGBTQ, but also, for example, if a teacher overhears a student talking about being gay, for example, or they tell a counselor, that school member, that person who works for the school is now required to tell the students' parents about their sexuality, which obviously is a own personal choice that everybody should be able to make when they talk about that to other people. So a little bit of background on that. So they're talking about this and then talking about Disney's reaction to it.
Everyone supported her, quote, not at all secret gay agenda. Watch.
Our leadership over there has been so welcoming to my not at all secret gay agenda. I don't have to be afraid to let's have these two characters kiss. Let's in the background. I was just wherever I could, just basically adding queerness to if you see anything queer in the show, I'm proud of them. But I just was no one would stop me.
The meeting also featured Disney's activism partner, Nadine Smith, who made this stunning claim about Governor DeSantis' agenda with the parental rights law.
When they can erase you, when they can criminalize your existence, when they can demonize who you are, the next step is to criminalize you and take your kids.
Tammy Bruce, what say you?
Well, I say plenty, but we only have an hour, right? Thank you for having me on today. It's an honor, you guys. Look, this is outrageous. Now, many in the audience may not know, and I say it only and reference it when it's relevant, but I'm a gay woman. And that is something that is relevant in some of our politics, as is clear right now. Everything you heard there is outrageous. It is untrue. It is a reflection of what I term, and others do as well, malignant narcissism, which is this effort to make everything that's in the world about you. Well, here's a newsflash for the leftism, right? This has nothing to do, by the way, with homosexuality or gays and lesbians. We've fought for years to have Americans know that we are not after their children, because we're not. And yet here you have this dynamic that sets into motion this idea that children are the focus. Now, clearly for some, it is a marginal extremist framework on the left. It has nothing to do with gay civil.
Okay, so we need to watch that whole thing. Basically, the whole thing goes on like that, saying that Disney trying to push some type of gay agenda, it doesn't make really any sense, because in my mind, when I see these types of things on children's television, not even children television, just television in general. I think about it as supposed to be inclusivity, representation for people who do fall into those groups, and that doesn't just extend to gay people or the LGBTQ. That extends to, you know, people of color, and that extends to people of different religions, and that extends to everybody, because everybody wants to see themselves represented. It's good to know that there are other people out there who are like you. So anything that's not, you know, the typical straight white, usually male, you know, you'll see these superheroes come in who are are POC, or are a woman, and people have a big problem with that, saying that they're trying to push this woke agenda in media. However, I think it just boils down to being inclusive, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I don't think there needs to be something that people get so worked up over. I don't know why there has to be this big debate, but as we can see on Fox News, they have a big issue with showing the LGBTQ specifically. So, but as that relates to children's television, so I just thought that was kind of funny, because this has always been something that's been used against these kids' TV shows Disney is a left-wing company, so they're not going to like them for that reason. So, you know, they come up with these reasons to not support them, or to try to turn people against them. But yeah, so the irony here is that there is an organization called PragerU. And so a little bit about PragerU from Wikipedia here. PragerU, short for Prager University, is an American nonprofit advocacy group. The organization was co-founded by Alan Estrin and talk show host and writer Dennis Prager in 2009 to create videos on various political, economic, and sociological topics that promote an American conservative viewpoint. The organization relies on tax-deductible donations, as much of its early funding came from oil billionaires Dan and Ferris Wilks. Despite the name, PragerU is not an academic institution and does not hold classes, does not grant certifications or diplomas, and it is not accredited by any recognized body. PragerU has been criticized for presenting misleading or factually incorrect content in its videos, correcting, or particularly those that downplay climate change, the COVID-19 pandemic, and racism, as well as those that oppose immigration. So that's a little bit about this company. So we have the right criticizing, pushing their ideals onto kids, pushing left ideals onto kids. So PragerU came in, and to combat that, did the exact same thing. Now they make PragerU for kids, which, here's a little ad for that.
It's dinner time with family, and you settle in to dine. Your son is watching something, but you think it must be fine. You know it's only kid shows, so you have some peace of mind. But as you eat the roasted goose, your little sport insists.
Hey, Dad, did you know America is racist?
Your mind goes numb, your skin turns pale, and your heart aches with fear. Your child is being filled with lies, the babe you once held dear. But in that shocking moment, a man pops into frame. Could it be George Washington, here to save your child's brain? He snatched the screen and changed the thing, the something that is true. It's an app with shows for kids. They call it PragerU. There's content for your child's mind to fight the leftist lies. And if you give your child a chance to watch and think and grow, they might burst forth like Washington, a true American hero. Think better, live better. Visit PragerUkids.com for free kids shows, cartoons, and books that teach classic American values.
Teach classic American values. So what this PragerU kid is the exact same thing that they are criticizing that happens from the left. Except, I think on one hand, the left is trying to be inclusive, and the right is trying to do the exact opposite. They are literally doing what they are criticizing by pushing their ideals onto kids. For example, why don't we just have Candace Owens read your kid a book? Because she is known for working with kids, I guess. She's not. Why is she in here teaching your kids? So they're obviously going to promote their conservative ideals onto kids, which is the exact thing they have an issue with. But when it's their content, when it's their ideals that are being pushed onto kids, then they're okay with it. Then it's fine. They'll make an exception. But if it's the left ideals of inclusivity, then that's bad. So, just a quick video, just to kind of wanted to highlight the hypocrisy here. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you agree with me, it's, yeah, just very hypocritical. How can you shame one political party for doing it and then yours do the exact same thing? But, alright. Thank you guys so much for all the support again. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.